Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd show you some of the gorgeous Christmas presents that I've been lucky enough to receive this year. So I'm starting with the most boring. I consider that you will think of the most boring. And excuse my dressing gown, it's the Christmas holidays and I'm just loving pyjama days and just slopping about. It's great. Anyway, so why I feel like I can say that these gifts are boring is because my husband gave me a budget that I was allowed to spend on whatever I chose, and so these I consider to be the most boring of the items. So I got a whole box of, how do you say that, Taihu electric erasers, so a whole box of those, replacements, sorry, for the electric erasers, so I will be using those in my Derwent. And they fit, if I show you, look, they fit perfectly. So even though they're not the Derwent, I couldn't find Derwent, I did look, but I couldn't find Derwent erasers. I think they've developed a rechargeable one if I've seen correctly, so that could be why that they weren't available. So yeah, so I got those. And then for those of you that have followed me, let me just grab it, you know that all my PDFs, oops, gosh, I just need the desk. All my PDFs I keep in this folder, all my completed works, and that's running out. So I thought, well, where a better time to start a new one for 2020 is now. So I've got a few more pages that will go in the red one from 2019, and then I'll start this one. Excuse the rustling, I haven't taken the packaging off yet, but it is an A4 display book, quite simple, but they're lightweight, they're just plastic, but they're lightweight to carry around and easy to keep. So this has got a 50 micron pockets, it says copy safe pockets, whatever that means. If you know, let me know. And you get 124 sides to view, so I thought that would keep me busy this year trying to fill that up for 2021. Okay, so then we move on to the more, and well, everything else I've got is more exciting. So I was watching Kirsty Colour and Sketches channel, let me just move that, and she was doing a series on backgrounds and showed us, let me just come in a little bit, and showed us these items. This is a drawing gum pen. So instead of, just grab it, instead of using the bottle of masking fluid so that you can keep your paint within certain lines, this comes in a pen. And she did some really funky backgrounds with hers, and then used this for, this eraser is a mask away eraser that at the end of your project you can rub the masking fluid away. So I brought those. Now, as you probably know from before Christmas, I've gone a bit watercolour happy, and I hope I managed to master using them. And so the only brushes I had were the Daler and Roundy ones, which are absolutely fantastic, I hasten to add. I really enjoy using them. So I've got the round ones, this is from before, these are not new. The round ones, and then I've got the flathead ones. But I went on and found this little beauty, look at it, isn't it cute? So there's a little travel pocket of round-headed brushes. So you open it like this, in this little faux leather pouch, and you get 4 paintbrushes in there. And look at these, aren't they gorgeous? So you take the bottom out, put it in the top, and you get a size 12 round brush. Absolutely fantastic. So you get 12, then you get, let me put them back in, and you get 8, and I just love how they click together. So I could take them on holiday when I go. So yeah, so you get an 8, 12, 8, and then the last 2 are the finer ones, obviously. So you get a 4 and you get a 2. Aren't they cute? Yeah. So any of these, if you need, and I won't link them all, but if you do want a link to any of these, bearing in mind that I'm in the UK, I will certainly do that for you. Yeah, I will certainly do that for you. So I hope you all had a marvellous Christmas. We had Christmas with our youngest son, and it was absolutely lovely. It really, really was. And I don't know if you know, but we've gone back into lockdown in the UK, and so Christmas Day, that was it, and we had to say goodbye. And so anyway, my son arrived with Christmas gifts, and I'll get the gifts that he brought me, and I feel so bad for him because he brought me what he thought was Paul Rubens watercolours, because I've been banging on about them, and when they arrived, let me just zoom out, they were definitely not Paul Rubens. We have opened a case with Amazon. This came with it, and if you know Paul Rubens, he does do a set like this, but they're about £74. That gives you this little watercolour book that comes with it. Even on the front, look, you can see it's not Paul Rubens. And then here's the case, and I checked the listing with him, and it says Pretty Excellent. Now I know people have used Pretty Excellent, but the point is my son thought he was purchasing Paul Rubens, and that's what it said on the listing. So this is how it turned up, and I think you'll agree, probably a far cry from a Paul Rubens set. So we have opened a dispute, so I will not be putting a link in there, so please don't ask me to link this item. I mean, if they'd have listed it as, you know, what it is, that would be absolutely fine, but the fact they listed it as Paul Rubens, and my son not knowing art products paid for it for me, yeah, we were both furious, so we have opened a dispute with Amazon for counterfeit goods or misleading goods. But he did buy me this, and it's the watercolour art pad, 15 botanical artworks for you to paint. And I thought, well, this would be a great start for me, because, you know, I've only ever used watercolours in like backgrounds and things, but you get how to use the book, what supplies you'd need, and then you get this gorgeous watercolour paper and the colours that you need to mix to have a go. So isn't that beautiful? So that was the gifts from my son, bless him. And I just hope that he gets his money back from this awful seller that, I don't know if you'll be able to pick up on those, from this awful seller that thinks it's okay to scam people. So yeah, so that was my son's gifts. And then we'll move on to what I got with my husband's money. So because I've been duped by this hideous seller, like I said, that thinks that's okay, I went on and looked on YouTube and found the Miden 48 half pan sets, and it comes like this, and this was £20. I know, believe it or not, right? And I have looked on Amazon, and the reviews are really good for it. I mean, look at that deliciousness. Each colour is, I can't get them out, hang on, that one might be already popped out. Each colour is individually wrapped. Its name's quite difficult to read. I'll probably, that's upside down, look, see, I couldn't even notice that. I will probably have to photograph them and zoom in so I know what colours I'm dealing with, but look at them. And these were only £20. So I went on and watched reviews, and everybody's saying how lovely they are. Came with a free brush, free water brush. So I was very excited about that. Just a shame about my poor son's gift. But it comes in a really lovely presentation tin. Enough for nice and compact for you to be able to travel with. I'll just pop it back in the box. What I'm going to do is swatch these out, and then I'll come back and show you the results at the end, so you don't have to sit through a swatching video. But that's those. And then I got 2 more books, well, 3 more books. I'll do this one. You know that I'd ordered this, but it arrived just literally before Christmas. So I got the first Forest Girl's colouring book, and it is just as beautiful as everyone says. The paper's amazing. I've got this little lady marked out because I thought I might like to try her. But yeah, so it arrived just in time for Christmas. I'd ordered it a long time ago, but I think I'm quite lucky, you know, having received it, and then we go back into lockdown. So what I love, and if you follow me you'll know, is the fact that I love to be able to try and copy images that are already done. And it's got some pastel in there. I don't know how that's happened. And so this, when I saw a flip through of this book, I thought, oh my gosh, I have to have that. And I think it was actually Vicky, Colouring with Vicky, was doing a live and she was painting in it. So, I mean, they're just the most adorable little images. So, yeah, I'm excited to start in that one. So that wasn't really a gift, but it arrived just before Christmas. Then I ordered these 2 watercolour books to help me in my journey. This is a very, very simple one. It's called Lena Yoko Bath, I hope that's how you pronounce it, and it's Watercolour with Love. So 50 modern motifs to paint in 5 easy steps. Now this is not watercolour, this book, but you've got, here's your index with your basics, let's go, and then kind of just a little bit on how to do it. Brushes in your equipment. So obviously I'd have to put this onto watercolour paper because this is glossy. So I think, unless there's some at the back, no, it's all like that. But just really simple for me to start trying to learn how to use the watercolours. I have been watching a lot of videos, so it's quite exciting. But yeah, it's a nice little book and nice and simple for beginners. So I'll probably trace that and then put it onto watercolour and have a go like that. But yeah, really, really good. So, and I'm not planning on branching into being a watercolourist because I'm rubbish at art. But if there's watercolour paper I can use in my watercolours, then that will be even better. And this was the last watercolour book that I got, which is Watercolour Flowers by Julie King. 6 beautiful pictures to pull out and paint. And 6 sheets of pre-drawn artist quality paper included, which is lovely. So it comes spiral bound on this hardback, and then you get a whole array of, I'm not going to show you it all, but you get a whole array of mixing colours and what techniques to use, and a whole lesson, look, on taking you through each drawing. Okay, so that's like pages of that on to get the tulip drawing. And then if you turn to the back, you then get the, if I can get there, you then get the watercolour image. I hope you can see that. You tip it. Sorry about the shadow. That you follow those steps with. So each of these 6 has lessons with it, and that you can do. And there's Search Press. They've got all their different books, so I should certainly be looking into those. But yeah, what a beautiful book it really is, and it will be a real help for a complete novice like myself. So that was that one. Isn't that lovely? What a gorgeous book. Okay, let's move on to my other bits. So I relented and ordered the Jane Davenport birthday suit pastels. Because I've seen so many using them, and I really want to try and have a go at darker skin, or different skin tones as well. So this is how it comes. You get a little swatch sheet, which is incredible. Isn't that cool? And then you get the palette itself. Let me see if I can get it open. Try this way. There we go. And you get all those gorgeous colours. However, I was a little disappointed because there is no blender. You have to buy those separately. So yeah, that kind of peed on my parade a little bit, but never mind. You know, I've got the pan pastel ones. I'm sure they'll work and they can be washed out. So I'll just pop those back in there. And like I say, I'll do the colour swatches and come back at the end of the video and show you what they all look like. So that was the Jane Davenport's, I think it's birthday suit. Yeah, birthday suit paint, pastels even. Put that there. And I managed to get a soft applicator with the 3 heads, one of these, for my pan pastels. So much more like a pen. I love these little fine tips because you can get fine details. And if you've watched my videos beforehand, you'll know that I was gifted, let me just have a drink. I was gifted a £50 Amazon voucher by a wonderful friend and subscriber. So this might give you a clue as to what that went on. So I put that money towards Holy Grail of Pastels, the 20 colour set, pure colours. So I've got a lot of the pale ones, the tints, and a lot of the skin colours I've brought like separately. Ooh, let me try and get it off. And I got some of these for a birthday gift, and that's how I knew how much I loved them. So if I can get in here, just make sure it's the right. Let me just get in here. This is how it came. Beautifully packaged. We've got the thick foam save it, so we get a mixing I use this for mixing the colours on, and then you get all these gorgeous, really bright colours. And I actually haven't played, I've just unwrapped it, checked they were okay. Look at them, look at that. I love pink, as you know. Oh, purples. So I can do gradients. You can anyway, even if you haven't got all the colours, but look, aren't they gorgeous? And then in the base of each of them you get the little pads to go on your blending sticks, blending tools, and you get them in each. And I love these little ones. So, and you get them in each pot. So, and then you get put that back in if we can. Doesn't want to play. There we go. And then you get your pan pastel, and it shows you all the colours that are available. Look at all those. Incredible. So I'm slowly collecting them. I might buy some individuals now I've got this little leaflet, so I know what colours I've got. I can tick them off as we go. So I'm just gonna... Why is it you can never get them back when you've taken stuff out? Why is that? Okay, I won't faff while we're on camera, and I'm going to swatch them for you anyway. And then I think the last surprise I got was this. And this arrived Christmas Eve, and I didn't open it, I waited. And Christmas morning, when I unwrapped it, I was so, let me come in. I was so overwhelmed. A little while ago I showed you some handmade watercolour paints from Pigment and Quirks. And Laurie from Pigment and Quirks sent me this as a Christmas gift. It was just so wonderful. And I've got 8 colours in this little tin. I haven't swatched any of them. I will swatch them, and like I say, I'll come back and show you them all. Look at those. So I've got the frost again. I love the frost. It's gorgeous. And so my little Pigment and Quirks collection is building up. So these are the ones that I brought myself after I did the swatches. So I wanted some normal, straightforward colours. So I got those. And then, oh, I think my other ones are downstairs. I was showing my son, yeah. So I got the other ones that she showed me for review. I will fetch those because I'm going to swatch all the colours. But to have this as a gift for Christmas, I mean, I was just so overwhelmed, and it was so lovely. So it made my Christmas to be able to, you know, I had the gift of the £50, which absolutely blowed me away. The gift of these 8 watercolours, and all the rest of my gifts. I just feel so lucky and blessed. I really do. And I can't wait to swatch them out. So what I'm going to do is go off camera and swatch them out. and then I'll come back to you. I am not going to swatch the counterfeit ones, or they might not be counterfeit, but the point is they advertised them as Paul Rubens and they weren't. So I won't be swatching those colours out. They're going to stay as they are, because hopefully we can return them and that seller will be removed from Amazon, because it was just a dirty trick to play on someone. So I'll go off and swatch all the colours, and we will come back and meet in a second. Okay, see you in a sec. Okay folks, so I've finished swatching and it's taken me ages. I've thoroughly enjoyed playing with all my new bits and pieces. So this is the Meaden 48 set of paints. This is how they turned out. Beautifully bright colours. There was just a couple that I was a little bit about, and that is the ochres. If you look at this yellow ochre, it's very difficult to pick up on camera, but it looks green. And then the dark yellow ochre, now it's dried, it looks much better. So these 48, big 48s that I've put at the bottom, I did that with the rubine colour. I'm still in my dressing gown. I'm still playing with all my stuff. And I did that with the sky blue. And I used this pen that I talked about earlier, the drawing gum pen. And now I've unsealed it. It will write on your page in blue. And then I simply painted over it. Well, yeah, I wrote 48 in the pen, painted over it, and then took this Mask Away eraser and just rubbed it out. And you're left with that. Can you imagine the possibilities? Kirsty's absolutely right. It's a little miracle find. So thank you, Kirsty, for that. Thoroughly enjoyed playing with that, and I will be doing, well, the possibilities really are endless, aren't they, for playing with that. So that was my Meaden set, which I'm thrilled to bits about. Let me move the colours out of the way and I'll show you what they look like now they're all out and open. Don't they look delicious? But yes, it's all lovely and clean. Take note, because probably the next time you see it, it won't look like that. So yeah, beautiful. Okay. So that's these. Let me move those to one side. They'll go in my little A5 swatching folder. And then we got the Jane Davenport's. Let me come in for this. We got the Jane Davenport's birthday suit pack. I don't know why I seem to have such trouble getting this open, but I do. So the birthday suits that I showed you earlier, the birthday suit. So, and I swatched the colours here. Let's move out slightly. Now this is a very odd card to give you to swatch your colours on, because it's very shiny, but they still worked. So there is some gorgeous skin tones in this. Absolutely gorgeous. So I'm looking forward very much to using those. So I just cut the card down and I will be just slotting it in and keeping it on the top like so, so that whenever I try and open it again, yeah, it worked then, I've just got my little card on top there. So that's that. And then my beautiful pan pastels, the set of 20, which I will come back out, which I put the money from Pandit towards, look like this. Hang on, let me move them. They came out like this. Look at those colours. Oh my gosh. I don't know, I haven't been living, have I, people, really? You know, I can't get them all in, but look at the colours. Permanent red, red oxide violet, ultramarine blue, magenta, burnt sienna, raw umber, neutral grey. That was white, but I rubbed it out because I smudged it. Black. Oh, it's titanium white, actually. Phthalo green, phthalo blue, turquoise, permanent green, chrome oxide green, Hansa yellow, bright yellow, orange, yellow ochre, and dairy-lied yellow. Aren't they stunning? Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much for helping towards these pastels, Panda. It really does help, and obviously they will be used plenty on the channel. So that was those. It's taken me ages, but gosh, it's been so much fun. I've really enjoyed it. Then I wanted to come back and explain about my pigment and quirk paints. Let me just get these. So I've got them all over the place. So this is the card, pigment and quirks, and these are what I've now got. I'll put that there because they're my new. So this was the original set she sent to me, and this was like the chameleon paints, which we did swatch out when I got them. This is the new set, and then there was some. Oh no, these are the chameleon paints. I apologise. I'm trying to get them all in. So in this palette, in the centre here, are the rest of these are the chameleons, and we did swatch those out. I'll just I can't get to them, but so you've got like this one is green, blue, purple. Oh my gosh, they're gorgeous, and you could see it then when I lifted it up to the camera. They all come with a little magnet ready on the bottom. This is red, blue. Can you see that? They are divine. Now, I haven't swatched these out yet because I am waiting for a metal palette to come. I'm so desperate to get the wrapper off these gorgeous little, they look like sweets, don't they? Aren't they gorgeous? So this one's chartreuse. Can't wait to see what that one's like. And I haven't, like I say, I haven't swatched them out because I'm waiting for a Meaden palette to come so that I can put them all in there, my collection of pigment and quirk paints. And I can put them, swatch them and put them all in one safe place. I will link these down below should you want to go and have a look. And I will be doing a video shortly when I'm dressed. In the next New Year's Eve, I think I said, of the best top 20, counting backwards from 20 to 1 of the items that I've purchased in 2021. I think I'll do that New Year's Eve. And these are going to feature in there quite highly. So I will have had them swatched and in a nice order ready for that video. So I'm just going to pop that one back in because that's my Christmas present. And I had a lovely little note, handwritten note, and I've emailed her and thanked her. So, you know, it's not possible to keep up with all these things without the wonderful gifts that people are willing to send to a channel to keep it going. So I thank you both so much for that. So I'm going to end this video for now. I'm just looking around and checking that I have shown you everything. I think I have. Yeah, I got myself a couple of replacement Black Widow sets because, as you knew, I was running out, so they're there. So I've been tagged in the 20 colouring books that is it 20 or 10 colouring books that I would like to complete in 2020. So that will come up in the next couple of days. Then we'll have the countdown, and I might be able to squeeze in my finished pages. Not that there's going to be that many. I've been too busy playing with supplies and getting ready for Christmas. But there are a few. So lovely people, I'm going to let you go for now. And like I say, in the next couple of days I will release the either the tag or the top 20. No, either the tag. Yeah, no, it will be the tag. So in the next couple of days I will release the tag that the wonderful Emma Colours 2020 tagged me in. Alright, lovely people, so I will let you go. Thank you so much for joining me on this fun episode. I've really enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next couple of days. Bye.